right, you know we love having interesting, smart, talented people on this show.
Oh, always.
We get singers from time to time. We get chefs. We get lots of different kinds of people.
But when these people come on that write books, these authors,
next level.
That's next level stuff.
Greg Simon, author, retired teacher. Wait, 40 years of teaching, and you're living to talk about it.
A little over 40.
That's incredible, man. Greg, honor to meet you. Gary Gelfand, Scott Moak, Studio 40 Live here in the Sacramento area. Honored to have you. We want to jump right in. We got to hear a little bit about this book. How did you get it all put together? And tell us a little bit about it.
I actually started about 10 years ago when I was just kind of doing some research and looking around. I do some genealogy stuff occasionally. And thought maybe it'd be a good idea.
Love that. All right. So tell us a little bit more about you, because you're a history guy, right? That's kind of how you got all this going.
Right. Well, history and English. I taught creative writing for a long time, but history is something I like. I like European history. Connected with genealogy, it really worked well with me.
And are you a big Ancestry.com guy, or are you doing this on your own?
Well, I do Ancestry.com, but I do most of this on my own. This is a little different approach to genealogy.
Nice. Okay. How do we learn, do you think, from history? Is there a way? I mean, we can learn a lot, but for your side of it, how do we learn from history?
Yeah, I take a little different approach. In other words, I believe that everybody experiences the same kinds of things no matter what era and age we are in. We have to survive in some way. We have to find food, shelter, etc., and so forth. And there are things that happen to us in our lives that reoccur. And so I look back at history and say, what were the things that were going on? And of course, technology makes a difference to us, but basically the basic needs of people are the same.
Yeah, right?
Wow, yeah.
That's really true. All right, so the book is called YAKOV'S Run. You want to give us a little insight about it? What's it about? How did it come together?
Okay, it's a book about a young man who starts out in medieval Germany, which is basically where my family originated, I think. And he's on the farm, so to speak, and he runs into trouble with the family when his father leaves home or dies. He doesn't know which at the beginning, and becomes the Der Flichterman mythology of the books themselves. There will be 3 books in the series. YAKOV'S Run's the first, and there are 2 others beyond that.
Nice. All right. So you got a lot of work. You got a lot of work ahead. I love that.
A lot of work. And speaking of work, there's tools out there now that might help you. I don't know if you use those or not, but you talked a little bit about the adaptation of technology, because that's super important. AI is there. Does that help? Do you use those tools?
Oh yeah, very much. I really believe that AI is a boon to the future. Some people think it's a mistake or a problem, but it's not if you think of it as a tool. Nothing more than a shovel digging a hole out there someplace.
Right. I mean, there's a way of thinking that when the internet started, back when we were young pups, and you were a young pup too, there was a thought that the internet was going to be the end all be all of everything, right? It was going to shut everything down. But instead, people have learned, obviously, to work with it. So you're seeing AI being somewhat similar to that, just being an additional tool that we get to use.
Exactly. There's lots of information on AI. Obviously, I didn't put it in there, but AI memorizes some things and other things it gives you from other people. But you got to look at it as a tool. Like I said, you got to use it, and when you look at it and bring it back in, you've got to review it yourself and make sure it's what you want it to be.
That's right. Put it in your voice and make it yours. Yeah.
What number book is this for you? You've been writing for a while. What number book is this for you?
Well, actually, this is number 2.
Okay.
I helped my wife write a book earlier.
Nice.
Love that.
And found a new path. I mean, go from teaching to author, and we're going to see more probably.
And what were you a teacher of? What area of schooling were you a teacher in?
English and U.S. history mostly, but I did do some studies in European history too.
Yeah, Gary and I failed all those classes, so that's good to know that we're now with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally. I mean, we struggled.
We're with the man right here that knows what's going on.
Well, congratulations with the upcoming book. 2 more after that. We'll make sure to head on out and grab it when it's available. Greg Simon, honored to meet you. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us. There's the website that we'll put up. Cool to meet Greg, man. Yeah. What a great idea.
YAKOV'S Run. Go check it out. I'm sure you can find more of that information, like Scott said, on that website.